shooting with the 50 right now. Got this good alleyway going on, very clean. I'll probably shoot it vertically so I can include the whole building on top of it. Not gonna include the graffiti. Well, not exactly gonna fit with the 50 either. And now I just wait for someone to walk by. It's a little bit overcast. Well, not a little bit, it's very overcast. And I'm gonna be using the 50 because it's overcast, so I can punch in more. Have like a cleaner shot of the street, which is always ideal. This way I don't have to really rely on like light and shadow to create that contrast or to make the subject pop. So the 50 is actually gonna work pretty well in this scenario. I'm gonna frame this shot right here using these lines to kind of frame the subject wherever that walks is in here in this area. So we have this building with leading lines of windows and everything pointing towards this part, and at the same time we have another leading line vertically this way, we're pointing the viewer's attention towards the subject right around this corner. And now we just have to wait. It's not exactly a busy street, so this might take a while. Yeah. I feel like using the 50mm on like these streets with colors makes me like compose a little differently because I kind of, well, it works the same with the 35, I guess. Because these are not like super wide, but also not super tight, like where I need to use a 28. But using a 50, I kind of have to go like at this angle in order if I really want to fit the building. Like, I mean, even right now, it's really hard for me to fit all of these in there, but if I do a portrait and if I step far enough, I can kind of get these shots. Check this out. Like, you can see everything. Yeah, because it's wide. This is like a 20. You're seeing a 20mm. But through my lens with the 50, earlier that vector shot, I'm gonna do another one because this is actually a cool shot. And that just works out perfectly when they're further away. So, like, I find it interesting composing with the 50 because you really have to think a little bit more. Maybe just me, because I'm not too used to shooting like with the tighter focal length. I'm more used with the 28 and 35. And I just find it easier for me to compose that way. But I kind of like it with the 50 because it makes things differently. Like, I have to really judge the scene and maybe step back a little bit more before I can get kind of like the frame I want. That's a cool tree and building, color of the building. I'm gonna frame a portrait just that corner with the bike too, maybe the pigeons, so I can fit everything inside that frame. And that worked out really well. I'm gonna go ahead and a bit closer to the frame so I can do it horizontally. With the bike, the tree, the benches, and the trash cans. Nothing wrong with that. I'm on this interesting street on the side of it, but couldn't help but notice there's like a mirror within here, and I also have my face in front of this. So it's like reflection at the same time as being. There's a mirror. Could be a great reflection shot too, but at the same time I want to take a selfie just of myself. Well, maybe with the bus too. Okay, maybe without the bus. Oh wait. I'll wait. I think I'm gonna walk a little closer to like the very end of the not tunnel, like building, but so I can get the frame. Oh, you gotta check this out. Oh, just look at this. This makes me want to just bring on my ultra wide angle lens just to capture this. There's no way I can do this with 50. No, there's like not even close. Way too tight. 50 is way too tight for this. Oh, this is so beautiful. Hold on. Okay. Look at this. Oh. Look at that fancy setup. Espresso machine. LED light. That's really cool. Hello. There was like a lot of people all of a sudden, and now there's like no one. The thing with this is that you never know. You have to wait for it. And I have a very nice composition here along the lines of the building. It's kind of curvy, kind of curves to the right. Ooh, the sun's coming out. This is great. Whoa, it depends on how I want to take this, but as of now, it's okay. I just need to wait for people here, but I want to like ignore the graffiti. Kind of like I want to frame a portrait, not horizontal, so this way I don't get the graffitis in the shot. And now I just need to wait for anyone to just bypass here, which is very likely, I think, because there's more people here. I'm actually kind of disappointed that I won't be able to visit the museums here. It looks very promising. Like, I feel I'm just missing out a lot on the museum because it looks really nice. I have to come back. Alright, this is going to be a very easy composition because the guy is just perfectly sitting there reading. And just right here, I'm gonna frame the shot vertically because it's just right inside the frame, the door. Colorful buildings on the side over here. I have a lot of photos of them already. I'm gonna see something a little differently this time. And hopefully I can get this shot somewhere along the reflection of the water here, so we'll see how that goes. So here's another one. I'm going to do it horizontally here, diagonally with the 50. Oh, it looked so much better with the sunlight. I kind of hope the sunlight comes out again. Alright, we have a very, very busy scene here. Lots of color, reflection, but at the same time there's like two windows. I'm going to stack these two windows together and just kind of like frame myself. Have the subject right, well, somewhere around there. Kind of hard to explain myself here because it's a very busy scene, but I feel like it's kind of interesting too because like I can probably stack like a reflection at the same time someone actually walking through the window. This one is like reflection and then an actual person on top of each other. There's like layers between layers. I know this is complicated, but it's a very interesting thing. And I think it's gonna take a while for me to find someone to walk through this location, and at the same time there's reflection at the right place at the right time. So this is gonna be really hard. Yeah, I have this one really cool lady walk by, but not exactly what I want because, well, it's a good photo already, but hopefully there's like another reflection of another subject layer on top of each other. Probably not going to be able to do it because there's just not that many people here today, which could be a good thing or a bad thing because I have two things overlaid at the same time, but I kind of want the font, I guess the store name too. In the shot too, it was kind of like off cricket, so I didn't really like it, which kind of sucks. I shouldn't have moved for the subject. I should just stay in frame and wait for the subject. That's something to point out. Very important. Once they have the frame, stay there, don't move. But I was waiting for two subjects to line up at the same time. So I was distracted and I started moving to frame the subject, to move myself to get the subject, even though I had the frame that I wanted. Alright, so we have this alleyway, and I couldn't help myself to notice this huge window here. We got a very nice and beautiful reflection. Just the shot up here. Just look at this. Very symmetrical. I feel like this might work better with a wide angle, like wider angle. I'm gonna try it with the 50 for now. Yeah, I don't think I like the 50 on this as much as I think I would. Wow, the amount of food here. Oh, vegetarian. It's vegetarian. This one's got everything. It's more like a buffet. Well, not buffet. It's not all you can eat, but it's got just a lot of varieties of food and different things. And also a very nice fruity drink. I think it's called Fruity Tutti. It looks very delicious.